Okay, today I'm going to go over how to mount the Govee curtain mounts. As you can see, they're routed out. They fit nice and snugly. You press them all in place. You have a spot for this block that goes before the lights on both sides, because of some of these curtains, depending on where you mount them, you might want the power supply on one side or the other. This is a single car door garage, so it's only wide enough for one. So you determine which side you want the power to go on, and that's how you press them in to the bracket. Make sure you determine that which side it's going to be on. If you're going back the other way, so on this side I want the power to come out on over on that side. So the first thing you do is you find the center point of your garage door opening. Another thing I'll go is if you do have a wider garage, what I would recommend doing is making the power supply coming out on the right hand side on one side and the left hand side on the other, and then worry about the power supply inside the garage instead of trying to route it out the top of the garage door. That'll be a neater look. These are made in two pieces, mainly for shipping. This connection here is only to stop for alignment and to stop the connection from tugging on this wire here. So you're not going to squeeze them together until you've got it installed. You leave one of the lights out, because if you got it together, it's got to mount together. So what you're going to do is we're going to screw this side in first, and then press that one up in place, and we're going to screw that one in after. So the simple way to determine the center on the door, if you're by yourself, the easiest way to do it is take a measurement from each side. What I did is I took a measurement from that side 44 inches over, and I came up to here. Took a measurement from that side 44 inches over and come up to here. So now I know that's 44 and 44, so between that is the dead center. So that's where center mark is. Where we place it on here is all personal preference. So what I'd recommend doing is starting a couple of screws, so you already have them in place. These are screws that you could use. They have stainless, they have white, and they also have ones that you can actually plug. These will be taken down yearly, so it's not a permanent thing, so I don't want to plug them. You want to make sure that you're not gonna, you're between here, so look to see where the wires come out, and you can screw on either side where the wires come out. So I'll just put two to start. See, I'm checking here, the wires, they come out here, so right here is where I want to go. Also, there's a length on both sides. That's for the power supply. I've got it on this side. I've got the same length on both sides because of one. In some cases you want a power supply to go at one end. Other cases you want the power supply to go at the other end. You could cut those off if you want, if you got a tighter space or whatever, but I wanted to bring the wire over as much as I can, and also working with keeping it under 48 inches for a shipping tube or a shipping box. The other thing too is because these are separate, you could fold them up and just roll them up at the end of the season for storage. There's the center line that I marked. So I'm going to choose, this is just the soft rubber there. I'm going to choose just to go right up to there. And there's a line. Make sure the power cord is in the track. You can just feel for that. So for the other side, you just push that light in. As you press that in the opening, it's going to be a pretty tight fit. And it's installed. Okay, so these are the lower channels. They have holes for every wire. So I'm just going to thread these all through and then I'll stop the video and come back. Okay, so now what I did is I threaded all the strings through this lower PVC and put a wire tie about halfway between the two LEDs. So that'll hold them somewhat straight. Okay, if you notice there's magnets on the bottom of that, I chose to keep I put the magnets when you mount these, you can actually put them facing in or facing out. If you're concerned about the door, you could put some maybe Velcro behind it. But let me show you the biggest feature of this is when you want to come in and go out. See, I don't park my cars in here, so it's just a matter of getting in and getting out to load stuff. So I can just take this, fold the wires back, and then the door is fully usable. As the door opens up, just going to pull the wires up and out of your way.